What's up, everyone? What's going on, guys? How are you all doing here on this fine Thursday evening? What a day. Guys, today was a big P&L day for me today, thanks to two monster shorts. Okay. I also traded EBON today, and I also traded QS. EBON was basically a non-event. QS, I lost some money on. And then absolute home run shorts on RIOT, an absolute home run short on IMNM. I have had such a hard time saying that ticker symbol literally all day. IMNM. Okay. Just a great day today, guys. And this is not how I kind of planned on drawing my day up. This is not what I was originally thinking that we were going to be doing today, or when I'm referring to like IMNM and shorting it, and it just wasn't part of my initial game plan coming into the day. But this is why it's so important to be a diversified trader and be able to identify opportunities in different places. We're going to talk a lot about today on this live stream. I'm going to recap my trades with you all, especially the RIOT trade and the IMNM trade, which are my two big wins on the day. There's very specific technical lessons that I want to talk to you about on these two trades. RIOT is a very important lesson I want to talk to you about regarding volume analysis. There's a very important lesson on IMNM that I want to talk to you about that has everything to do with failed lunchtime breakouts. And this is a specific signal that whether you are a long trader or a short trader, meaning you either go long and buy stocks or you short and look for stocks to move lower, regardless of what trading style it is that you implement, this is a lesson that can really improve your trading. So we have a lot to go over. We have a lot to unpack here tonight. We're also going to be talking about, why it's so important and how you guys can be able to benefit in a volatile market, which is what we've been seeing these last couple of days. We've had now in the last 2 weeks, we've had a couple of heavy volume sell-off days in the overall market. We've now had multiple days now where we've had significant gap downs in the overall market. Those gap downs end up getting bought. The markets recover later in the afternoon. There's a lot of volatility going on right now. You got Bitcoin over 50,000. So RIOT, Mara, all your Bitcoin related names or cryptocurrency stocks, they're all trading like crazy. The electric vehicle stocks have taken a bit of a breather, while kind of it seems like weed stocks and cryptocurrency stocks are coming now to the forefront over these last couple of days. And the volatility is tremendous. So there's never been a better time for you guys to be active traders, to be able to learn the skill and to be able to benefit and profit from this type of volatility. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. If this is the very first time that you're joining us, first thing you guys want to do, subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications. You might be saying, well, you know what? Like, I don't know if I want to subscribe to your channel yet. I just got here. How do I know? How do you know I want to subscribe? I'm telling you want to subscribe because on every one of these lives, I share with you golden nuggets of information. Like I told you already, we have a lot of lessons I want to cover with you. I do this every single day on this YouTube channel. I cover trade recaps. I give you guys trade ideas. I go over market commentary. But most importantly, I give you free lessons on both technical and mental side of day trading and swing trading, stocks and options. So go ahead, guys, and subscribe and turn on those notifications. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button. My name is Michael Edward. I'm the head trader for True Trading Group. Started my career working for a fund in New York City where they did not let me touch a dollar of their money until I completed their educational training program. I have since simplified that education experience that I've received, and I've created a curriculum for my TTG members that helps the everyday person become a consistent profitable trader, regardless how much money you're starting with or regardless of even if you guys are working a full-time job, because the reality of it is the overwhelming majority of TTG members do have full-time jobs and are still able to benefit from the curriculum and able to pull money out of the markets just like we did here today. So we have a lot to talk about here, guys. I got some serious things I want to talk to you about before we even get into the lessons. Before I do, I want to do maybe a quick little warm-up. I'm going to give some time for people to log on and join the stream. So with that being said, I'm going to take a quick little Q&A session, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes or so of a nice little Q&A. Give time for people to log on, and then we're going to just get right into it. So go ahead, guys. Fire away. Ask me questions. Hey, Mike, what's up? Nice haircut. Thank you. You guys like my haircut? It's not bad. Not too shabby. What's up with SNDL? What's up with SNDL? It's a crap company. It's a crap company. Um, SNDL had a big run when it was being talked about and was a center of focus for the was it the center of focus for some of the Reddit community, and the Canadian stocks went crazy there for a couple of days once they were in focus. But the reality of it is they're not that good of a company. Sundial is not a good company. It's not a stock that I want to own. And you guys have to just understand and know what it is that you're buying when you buy these stocks. The Canadian stocks is something that is a trade in our opinion at True Trading Group, and not an investment. If you guys caught my live stream last night, I had one of our head traders on, Jason Spatafora, the Wolf of Wheat Street, who's the leading voice in the cannabis space. He's got, one of the top performing cannabis stock traders that I know that I've ever seen. And he actually just made an announcement that he's actually going to be doing a 2-part Weedapalooza or weed seminar for all of our TTG members starting on February 27th. Guys, make sure that you are a member of TTG by midnight on the 26th in order to be able to attend those seminars. If you guys are interested in the cannabis sector and the cannabis space, you definitely want to make sure you attend. But for months now, he's been saying that the Canadian stocks are trades, not investments, that the U.S. Producers, the MSOs, Pure Leaf, Green Thumb, True Leaf, TerraSend, that those are the companies that you guys want to be in, you want to own long term, that, the TLRYs of the world, the Sundials of the world are not as good of a quality of company. But plain and simple, when you look at sheer revenue, you're talking about, TLRY announced, I think, just over $50 million in revenue. You've got these U.S. companies like Pure Leaf and Green Thumb and TerraSend doing, $200 million. And Sundial is at the bottom of that totem pole. So that's what's going on with Sundial. It did not deserve to be trading up at where it is, and it's coming back down to earth. X Decision Maker says, what amount of money would you recommend a beginning stock trader to invest? X Decision Maker, that is completely and totally up to you, my friend. Everybody has their own financial situation. Everybody has their own means. Everybody has their own, place that they're in life. Some people starting with $500 might be a big commitment. Other people starting with 50 grand might be a drop in the bucket. What I will tell you is when you are getting started trading, just make sure that it's money that if you do lose it, that it's something that you guys are comfortable with, that it's not something that's going to hurt you. You're not just, dumping your entire life savings into a trading account to try to trade with it. A very common misconception that a lot of people have is that they feel like, oh, I've only got a couple $100. It's not enough to get started. Not true. Okay, absolutely not true. You guys do not need tens of thousands of dollars in order for you to get started trading and to get started investing. But the dollar amount that you're going to start with, I can't advise you on what's the dollar amount to start with. What I can tell you is the minimum is, if you can start, you have a couple $100, that's plenty to get started. I've got several TTG members that have started their memberships at True Trading Group and started their journey in trading and investing with just a few $100 and have grown those accounts up to, 5-figure accounts. All right. Let's see. Next question. Walk with Ease says, Mike, during the journey, during the rough patches, when you start struggling, is it smart to take a small break, feel major folk? Not sure what you mean, like feel major folk? Funk, maybe? Maybe it's just a typo, I'm not sure. Yeah. Listen, when you guys are first starting out, I'm telling you all this now. You are going to experience rough patches. You are going to experience moments when you feel like you can't do this. Your friends will doubt you. Your families will doubt you. Your coworkers will doubt you. And hell, even you are going to doubt you. There will be plenty of times where you have felt that way. I have felt that way. Every trader I know at one point in their career or at several points in their career have felt that way. Okay. It's part of the journey. And when you get yourself into a funk, or if you are struggling and you're having a difficult time, I think that it is good for you to take a little bit of a small break. Now, that small break could be one day, it could be 1 week, okay? But to take a break when you're in a bit of a funk, I think can be helpful. You know, I don't usually take extended breaks like that, like a day or a week, but I might just kind of get up from my desk and take a walk. You know, go maybe play with my dog, or you know, go get a coffee at Starbucks or whatever. Just something to kind of clear my mind and kind of hit the reset button. I think that's important for people that are first starting out. TB Trading, when is the best time to start the trial? Should I wait till next week? No, hell no. Hell no. The best time is right now. Best time's right now. Because, guys, when you sign up for the trial, you're going to get 7 days, okay, on our trial in our member dashboard. You're going to get 7 days on our member dashboard to see the resource and tools that are available to you guys as full-time members. You're also going to get 3 days to come and trade with us live inside of our chat room and be part of the TG community and be in there with us in the trenches, seeing how we operate during the day and see what it is that we're trading. You're also going to get 3 sample trial courses that are going to be included with that membership as well. These courses are probably worth a few $100 on their own, but they're included in your trial. It's just a one-time payment of $3. That's it. It's just a one-time payment of $3. It's not a reoccurring payment. There's no auto renew, nothing like that. You could upgrade to a regular membership if you want. You're under no obligation to do so whatsoever. For that, if you guys are interested, go to ttgthree.com. Again, that's ttgthree.com. All right. All right. So, guys, that just about kind of does it there for our Q&A. I want to talk to you guys. You know, I want to talk to you guys seriously for a second, because I come on these live streams every day, and I tell you every day, get your butts in chat. And many of you listen. Many of you listen. We have a lot of, every time I do these live streams, we have a lot of new family members that join. All of you that are brand new, we've had a bunch of new members join over the last couple of days. Welcome to the TGD family. My regular teaching members, you guys are always getting your butts in chat. So a lot of you do listen, and that's great for you and great for those of you that do, but especially on days like this and markets like we are experiencing this month, it is that much more important and crucial for you guys to get your butts in chat and to learn how to be able to trade the volatility that we are experiencing. Individual stocks are making very large moves. The markets are starting to sell off and bounce back, gap down, bounce back. There's not one way directional movement right now. You have things are going up in big significant momentum-based moves, and then things are going back down in large, extended, significant momentum-based moves. And there's so much opportunity in that volatility. You have to be able to stay disciplined, stay focused, and capitalize on that type of market environment. Guys, the market volatility that we experienced in 2020 was some of the biggest volatility that I think that I've ever seen in my career. And I traded through the 08-09 crash. The volatility we saw in March, April, during that whole COVID crash, that was the most volatile that I think I've ever seen markets. And then now you go into the beginning of 2021, and so far what we've been experiencing, small caps were red hot to start off the year. What's going on with the EV stocks? Now what's going on, obviously, with crypto? Now what's going on with all the cannabis stocks? There's so much action that it's really, truly been just a trader's paradise. It's an active trader's dream, the market environment that we're in right now. And the hits and the home runs have been plentiful, and they've been huge. The losses have been manageable and bearable thanks to proper risk management. When you're trading a very, very volatile market, risk management is key. Okay. So guys, whatever else you're doing right now that you may be distracted from, maybe you're on Facebook, or you've got Instagram open, or maybe the TV is on, whatever it is that you're doing right now that could be distracting you, stop and listen to me right now, because for the next, hour or so, I'm going to cover with you guys some serious lessons that you're going to be able to take with you and implement in your trading as early as tomorrow to help you guys become consistently profitable. Okay. The ease in which we've been able to make money in these volatile markets, I don't think is going to last forever. Okay. Like, you've got the markets that are red hot right now, but markets are cyclical. They get hot, they get cold. You have bull markets, you have bear markets, you have, sideways markets, you have high volatile markets, you have low volatile markets. I don't think it's going to last forever. There will be a moment where there will be some downtime. So you got to be able to take advantage of this now. The markets are not normally this volatile. The size of the moves that I've been seeing, it's not normal. Okay. And I think that's why it's so important for people to understand how to probably take advantage of that environment right now. Okay. So one way that you can take advantage of a real high volatile market is actually not focusing so much on how to make money from these movements, but how to protect and manage your risk on these movements. Because in order for you to be in high volatile trades, the reward will be there because the volatility is there. The stocks are making those size moves where you're getting a stock like RIOT that will go from $60 to $80 in one day. You'll get a stock like TLRY that'll go from $75 down to $40 in one day. You'll get, some kind of small cap that goes from, $5 to $22 in one day. Those moves will be there. But in order to have the opportunity to capitalize on that type of potential reward, you're going to be carrying additional risk. You can't be in the 100% move if you're only willing to, you can't catch a move this big if you only want to risk that much. So in order for you to catch the move that's this big, you have to be willing to better understand how to control your risk on those trades. So one of the main things that I want to talk to you guys about, okay, is proper risk management, whether the markets are going up, down, left, right, sideways, upside down, inside out, whatever it is, because that is what being a real trader is all about. It's about being able to be consistently profitable, regardless of the market environment that you're in, regardless of if small caps are hot or small caps are cold, because you have a lot of traders that will only trade small caps. And I don't think that's a good way for you to be consistently profitable because small caps get hot and they get cold. And if all you're doing is focusing on small caps, you're missing opportunity in other places. Okay. So listen up, guys. If you've been on a TTG live stream before and you guys might think that kind of how this live stream is going to go, you're wrong. Okay. Because I'm going to do things a little bit different tonight on this live stream. For those that have never been on a TTG live stream, and this is your very first time, I want to know, all of you who have never been on a TTG live stream before, this is your very first time, I want you guys to go ahead right now and type the letter I in chat right now so I can see how many of you are absolutely brand new. All right, Marcus, Tom, The Bomba, AR, Omri, Matthew, Kyle, GB News, It's Only Bree, Jeff, Noddy, Mark Grant, Donna Mawson, Sharita Davis, Adil, Casual Bully, Michael Powell, Jim Tyner, PB and Jellyman, I like that username, Andrew, Howard Peach, Ray Borden, Dan, Kyle Jack, Dougie Jones, Matt Miller, Nureddin, Jenny Vulnerable, M10 Berserk, Kevin, Paolo Canatella, Jake Pablo, Orion Everson, Marie, Sky Guy M5, all that, Michael Bailey, yes, Joe McKee, beautiful. Guys, a lot of you I see still going. Delilah, Eric, Bart, Ben, Andy, Montone Ham, beautiful. Oh, Tom McCabe. Welcome to the family, guys. Tom McCabe says, I just bought your course yesterday. It's not a course. It's an entire platform that includes courses. I couldn't have said it better myself. Tom McCabe, welcome to the TTG family, my man. Just joined up yesterday. That's what TTG is all about. Okay, that is what TTG is all about, guys. It's not just a course, okay? It's not just a course, okay? It's an entire platform, all right? It's not just, when you guys join Trade Trading Group, you're not just signing up to get trade alerts and some courses, okay? It's an entire platform that gives you guys the products, the tools, and resources to help you guys become consistently profitable. There's so much more included. There's news service, there's charting softwares, there's a trade simulator, there's scanners, there's so many different things that you guys can utilize and tools that can help you become a consistently profitable trader. All right, good. So we have a lot of people here commenting. Wow, you guys are still going. We have a lot of Tom McCabe. I love it. Tom McCabe says, and I have to be honest, this is the third subscription service that I have bought, and I will say this will be the last. There you go. Beautiful. Tom, welcome to the family, man. Welcome to the family. Yes. Can you explain sell covered call options? Do you let them expire? Yes, Jimmy. If you're selling covered calls, you hope that they expire. Okay, you just let the option expires, and then that's it. It just drops off your account, and you keep all the premium that you made when you sold the covered call. All right. So guys, listen up. To everyone that typed the letter I in chat, welcome. All of you that this is your very first time, welcome and congratulations. Okay, congratulations, because you all just won. I'm being serious, no bullshit. We're going to look into what's possible and how to make money trading stocks and options, and we're going to get right into it tonight, guys. So let's jump in and let's do this, because the first thing that I told you about before, in order for you guys to become profitable in a high volatile environment, is that we've got to talk about risk management. The first thing I want to talk to you about is a little bit on risk management, and then we're going to get into all the lessons that we're going to cover on my RIOT trade and on my IMNM trade. But the first thing I want to talk to you about is risk management, because a lot of people do not really actually properly understand risk management. Okay, without proper risk management, it does not matter how many times you win or how much money you start with in your account. Doesn't matter if you start with 500 or 500,000 in your account. Without proper risk management, you will lose all of it. Okay, so one of the core fundamentals and core foundations of the education that I teach to all my members is not so much focusing on how much money you're going to make if you're right, but rather focusing on how much money you would lose if you're wrong, and controlling that risk and controlling that downside to make sure that you guys always keep yourselves in the game. To start this off, every one of you that typed the letter I, okay, for our new viewers, because my regular THD family members, I know you guys all already know the answer to these questions. I'm talking directly to the people that just typed the letter I. I want to know right now, when you trade, what is the average dollar size you enter a trade with? Sound off in chat right now. For everyone that just typed the letter I, what is the average dollar size that you enter a trade with? Sound off in chat right now. 100 to 300 for the Bamba. 3,000, 3,000, 1,000, 500, 200, 1,000 for Andy. 2,000, 1,000. 3 to 500, 3,000. David Padilla, be quiet. I told you, my TC members don't answer this question. Damn it, David. Reindeer Remo, 5,000. Glenn, 6,000. 100 for Jimmy, 200 for Carlos. Andy, 3 to 5,000. 5% for George. Austin Davis, 500 to 1,000. 5 to 10K for the Spaghetti Bender. 10K for the numbers. 20,000 for Juan. Okay. 2,000 for Radika. 10,000 for Alexander Commandant. 7,000 to 10,000 for Massimo. Mac, 1,000. Okay. All right, good. All right, good. Remember everything. Everybody remember everything that you guys are typing in chat here. Next question. Do you think it is important to know the average percentage that you want to risk per trade? Do you think it's important to know the average percentage that you are going to set your stop loss at, the percentage that you want to risk per trade? Do you think that is important? Yes or no? Yes. Hell yeah. Yes. Okay. Everybody's saying yes, right? Everybody's saying yes. Okay. You're all wrong. You were all wrong. Let me explain to you guys why. I'm going to blow your mind right now. I'm being dead serious. Seriously, all of you that are brand new, all you are not teaching members, I'm going to, if you take anything away from me, let it be this lesson I'm going to share with you on risk management. When I tell you guys one of my absolute strengths as a trader is my risk management, my discipline, and my patience, I think is top notch. I don't think, I'd put my discipline and my risk management up against anybody's. And my THD family members, they can all probably attest to that my risk management is top notch. It's impeccable. It's important to know your strengths and know your weaknesses. I think one of my strengths by far is my risk management, my discipline, and my patience. That's something I think I do far better than many other traders. Now, let me explain to you guys why I'm telling you that you're all wrong for typing the word yes. When I asked you, do you think it's important for you to know the risk or the percentage that you're risking per trade? Knowing the percentage that you're risking per trade means that you are focusing too much on maintaining the same position size on all of your trades. When I asked you guys earlier, what's the average dollar amount you put into a trade? And you all started answering. Right there, you were wrong. If you have an average dollar amount that you put into every trade, right there, you are wrong. Your position size should fluctuate. Your position size should change with each trade that you are making. Why? Every single trade carries a different level of risk. Every single trade carries a different level of volatility. Every single trade has a different risk-reward ratio. You should not be saying to yourself, every single stock I buy, I'm putting $2,000 into it. And then say, I'm going to risk 5%. That is the wrong way to manage risk. That is the wrong way to manage risk. The proper way to manage risk is to maintain consistency, not in your position size, but in the actual dollar amount you are willing to risk per trade. Meaning, what's the dollar amount you're okay losing if you get stopped out? Is it $100? Is it $200? Is it $2,000? Is it $5,000? What's the dollar amount you're willing to lose if you're wrong? What is that number that makes you comfortable? Now, that number is up to you. But whatever that number is, you need to maintain consistency on that number. So if you say to me, Mike, I'm willing to risk $100 per trade. So then that means, okay, so that means if you buy a stock at $5, and let's say you get stopped out at $4.50, you would lose $100. Another example, let's say you buy a stock at 20 and you stop out at 18. You should lose $100. You buy a stock at 500. You stop out at 495. You lose $100. You should risk the exact same dollar amount in every single trade. Now, that means your position size is going to be different for every single trade. Your stop loss does not go based on some random percentage. A lot of people say, oh, well, I just set my stop loss at 5%. Why? What is 5%? What is 5%? Because someone that doesn't understand proper risk management told you that that's a good percentage for you to risk? Is 5% a good percentage for you to risk? Well, what if the upside on the trade is only 8%? Should your stop loss still be at 5%? What if the potential reward on the trade is 50%? Should your stop loss still be only 5%? Your stop loss belongs where it needs to be based on the chart pattern and the setup that you are trading. When you guys learn how to identify an A+ setup, when you learn how to identify this is a high probability setup, this is a low probability setup, okay? The difference is professional technical analysis will give you the ability to say to yourself, this is an A setup. An A setup maybe works out in one particular price direction 70 to 75% of the time. There is no setup that works 100% of the time. Stop looking for it. There's no setup. There's no indicator. There's no style. There's no strategy. There's no secret that's going to work 100% of the time. Stop looking for it. An A+ setup, which is the highest probability setup you can find, probably 75% of the time is going to work itself out in one particular price direction. A B setup, maybe 60, 65%. A C setup is probably a 50-50 coin flip. You want to be able to use your technical analysis, which you'll learn as a member of True Trading Group, what an A setup is, what a B setup is, and what a C setup is. So you can identify those and put yourself in the high probability patterns over and over and over again. That's your job as a trader, right? But you need to be able to say, this is the pattern. If the stock breaks below this level, then this A setup that I've identified is no more. This A setup has broken down, which means it's in that 25 to 30 percentile of the time when this setup arises. 70, 75% of the time, it might go up. 25 to 30% of the time, it might go down. And there's going to be a level. If the stock breaks that level, that setup is no longer intact. So you need to exit that trade when that level is broken. Now, based on where you're entering a trade is not going to determine where your stop loss is. Let's say the support level on a particular stock is $4.50. So if we know if the stock gets below 450, you're going to have to exit that trade because that's the support level. So let's say let's say your stop loss is at $4.40 because you can't set your stop loss at $4.49. You got to allow for a little bit of wiggle room, right? You got to allow for a little bit of wiggle room. So let's say 440 is your stop loss. If 450 is the support, I don't care if you buy the stock at $4.70, $4.80, $5, $5.05, regardless where you enter that trade, your stop loss still must be $4.40. But in order for you to maintain your risk tolerance, which let's say, for example, you're comfortable losing $100 per trade. So if you buy the stock at 465, your position size will be completely different than if you buy the stock at $5. Because in order for you to get stopped out at 440, you have to lose you want to lose $100. Now, obviously, if you're in at 465, your position size is going to be much bigger than if you're in at 5. Your position size will be much smaller, but you'll be in the trade the same, risking $100. And as long as the upside potential is there, now, obviously, you're not going to buy the stock at 5, stop out at 440 if you think the stock's only going to go to 530. But if that stock has a chance to go to 7, I'll risk 50 cents or 60 cents to make $2.50 or $3 if I think it's going to go to 7, 750 or higher. The risk reward is there. The risk reward makes sense. That's proper risk management. I teach my members to risk the same dollar amount in every single trade. I'll give you guys 3 different examples. Let's say I'm buying a SPY option that expires tomorrow or the next day. Super high volatile stock. I know I'm risking probably at least 50% on my position because that's how volatile that stock's going to be. If my risk tolerance is $5,000 per trade, I can only put $10,000 into that trade because if I do get stopped out, I figure I'm going to lose probably 50% of my position. That'll be a $5,000 loss. Then let's say I buy a small cap at $5 and my stop loss, let's say, is $4.50 based on the chart pattern. If I want to lose $5,000 or I want to risk $5,000, I don't want to lose $5,000, but if I want to risk $5,000, I'm going to buy 10,000 shares at $5 because if I get stopped out at $4.50, that's a $5,000 loss. Well, if I buy 10,000 shares at $5, that's a $50,000 position size. Just the same, let's say if I'm buying a $500 stock and my stop loss is $4.95 based on the chart pattern, that's where my stop loss has to be. Well, in that case, if I'm risking $5 a share, I'm going to buy 1,000 shares. If I get stopped out, $5 a share on 1,000 shares is $5,000. But if I buy 1,000 shares at 500, that's a $500,000 position size. So I just gave you 3 examples where I can have $10,000 position size, $50,000 position size, or $500,000 position size. And on all 3 of those trades, I'm still risking the exact same $5,000. That is proper risk management. So now you guys understand why when I said to you before, I mean, I led you guys right into the trap. I set you up, okay, when I asked you that question, because I knew that a lot of new traders or a lot of people that have never gone through a professional education are going to say that. They're going to say, well, oh, I trade with $5,000 position size. You're doing it wrong. I know right away. A lot of people will say to me, they say, well, Mike, what's your average position size? I don't know. I just gave you 3 examples where my trade could be 10 grand, my trade could be 50 grand, my trade could be 500 grand. So you tell me, what's my average position size? I don't know. It varies on every single trade based on my risk so that I can make sure that if I get stopped out, I'm within my $5,000 risk tolerance. That is proper position size. Okay. That's proper risk management. It's important for me to discuss this stuff with you guys. If you take nothing from me, but this one thing, this is worth, I don't even know. My THD fam, how much is this worth? I don't know. This lesson alone, how much, my THD family members, sound off in chat real quick if this lesson specifically on risk management has completely changed your trading. If this lesson on risk management, proper position size, proper stop loss placement, if you are a THD member and this lesson has improved your trading results, sound off in chat right now. Let all of our first-time viewers know how important and how crucial getting this aspect of trading down actually is to your chances of consistent profitability. A lot of people do this wrong and they end up like one trade, they'll lose $200 and another trade, they lose $1,500. You're not going to be able to maintain consistent profitability if your losses are so wild like that. You can't lose 200 when you're wrong, make 300 when you're right, then lose 1,000 when you're wrong, then make 300 when you're right, then lose 200 when you're wrong, then lose 1,500 when you're wrong, then make 800 when you're right. You can't do that. Your P&L should look like a mountain range with a little river or valley at the bottom. If you plotted your P&L on a graph, and let's say you took this graph and you took little green dots and you plotted all your winning trades with little green dots, and then all your losing trades, you plotted your losing trades with little red dots. When you step back, that photo should look like a mountain range for your winning trades and a river or valley for your losses. Your losses should have consistency. Your wins should be all over the place. You can't control how much follow through a stock is going to have. You don't know if a stock is going to break through one resistance level, 2, 3, 4, 5. How far is that stock going to go? You don't know. You can't control that. So you're going to have some times where maybe you're going to make $1,000 on a trade. Other times you make only 300. And that's okay because that's how much follow through the stock gave you. But on your losing trades, if you say to me, Mike, I'm comfortable losing $500 on a losing trade, great. If that's the case, this is what your P&L should look like, using the $500 risk as an example. Your winning trades, 550, 720, 1100, 1500, 200, 300, 910, 500, 420, 2000, 1100, 610, 102, 350, 728, 810, 1000, 915. That's what your winning trades should look like because they're going to be all over the place based on the follow through you get on the trade. Your losing trades, if you're willing to risk 500 per trade, your losing trades should be as follows: 550, 575, 520, 492, 487, 483, 500, 510, 515, 571, 589, 600, 400, 350, 510, 520, 496, 535, 567. You see the difference? You have to maintain consistency on your losses. That's proper risk management. And what I just went over with you guys here today, you saw my members comment in chat how critical this lesson actually is. So make sure you guys understand this. Make sure you guys try implementing it in your own trading. It's crucial if you guys ever want to be consistently profitable. And I know we have a lot of new faces that are joining us here today. I hope you guys found this helpful. Okay. So now that we have an idea of proper risk management and why it's important, let's talk briefly a little bit about different trading styles and how they can work for you guys in any market condition. You've got swing trading, day trading, shorting, which is what I implemented today, long-term investing, scalping, options trading. All these styles of trading that I just discussed with you are taught in depth inside of True Trading Group. Okay. We have 6 pro trader moderators in chat, all of which implement their own different type of trading style or focus on one of those different styles that I just discussed to you and are accessible to you throughout the entire trading day. All of our moderators are accessible to you throughout the entire trading day, and all of them implement a variety or a type of those styles that I just mentioned to you guys here in chat. Okay. So now using proper risk management and shorting, I now want to get into my 2 trades from today, which is the RIOT short and IMNN, which are my 2 winning trades today, my big wins today. I also traded EBON, which was basically a break-even trade. Nothing really to talk about there. It was actually a red trade, but really small. And then QS was a regular loss, and then RIOT was a home run short, and IMNM was a home run short. There's a lot of lessons I want to get into with you guys on those trades, and I'm going to show you guys how I was able to apply some of these lessons in real time and actually capitalize on the action from today and capitalize from the volatility. So to start things off, I'm going to dive right in, and we are going to talk here now about my first trade, which was RIOT. All right, I'm going to take you guys to the charts. I'm going to go over this RIOT setup. I have a lot of lessons that I want to cover with you guys on this RIOT trade. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys over to the daily chart. Okay, I'm going to take you guys over to the daily chart. Something that I want to tell you guys all right now. Listen to me very closely. In the morning, pre-market, I told my TGG members, I said, guys and girls, this RIOT trade reminds me very much like the TLRY short. Now, for those of you that are brand new, you guys are not following my channel, I shorted TLRY on this day, okay? Was a monster of a trade. I caught literally almost this entire move. I shorted the stock at 9:48 in the morning, and I covered it at the close. Okay, I literally caught this entire move to the downside on TLRY. But the setup, very, very, very similar to RIOT. Now, you might be saying, well, Mike, what is the setup? When you have a stock that is very, very extended, meaning it has just made a massive move, okay? You can see how big of a move this is for RIOT. I mean, give me a break. Look at the trading range that this stock had been in for a couple months. Then all of a sudden you get this massive rally when Bitcoin went over 50,000. Okay, that stock is extremely, extremely overextended. Okay, extremely overextended. You're also looking at an RSI reading that was over 90, a 94 RSI reading. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. Any reading over 70 is considered overbought. Anything over 80 is considered very overbought. This RSI reading was over 90. So that gives you an idea of how overextended the stock actually was. But same thing was the case with TLRY. Now, TLRY had an RSI reading of also 94. Okay, 94 RSI reading for TLRY on that day. RIOT also 94 RSI reading yesterday. Okay, so very similar situations. TLRY, the day I get short, the day prior had a 94 RSI reading. RIOT, the day prior to me getting short, which was yesterday, 94 ISR reading. But here's the thing that really I want you to pay attention to, which is the similarity between these two setups. Both RIOT and TLRY, the day that they had the blow off top, and that's what I call this, a blow off top. This day was your blow off top for RIOT. And when I go to TLRY, this day was your blow off top for TLRY. Both of those days, when they had those extension moves higher, they traded significantly higher after hours. Okay, RIOT closed yesterday, okay, at $77. That stock went all the way up into the mid to high 80s after hours yesterday. Looked like you were going to have this big gap up, right? TLRY, same thing. TLRY, the day that TLRY had that move, which was this day right here, TLRY after hours traded all the way to $75, significantly higher than where the stock closed in the after hours session, leading you to believe we were going to gap up the next day. But what happened? In the pre-market session, TLRY actually gapped down. So TLRY went from this huge move higher after hours and gave it all back to the point where it ended up gapping down. That's the sign of weakness that TLRY gave me, and that is a sign for me that the momentum has cracked on the stock, and now the blow-off top is in, and we can now look to get short. That was TLRY. RIOT, same exact thing. RIOT yesterday, there was your closing price on RIOT yesterday. It traded significantly higher, up to $85 in the after-hours session yesterday, last night. Then this morning, we open up, and what happened? We gapped down. So that means that RIOT went from all the way up here in the 80s to all the way back down to gap down. That shows me a crack in the momentum, and coming off a blow off top with a 94 RSI reading, I said it's time to get short. That is why these two setups are so similar. They are blow off tops. They are blow off tops, but I want you to understand, just looking for a stock with an RSI reading over 90 is not enough to say, I'm going to get short. That's how you can get burned, because you can get short right into the face of a short squeeze. You need the momentum crack. And that's why the day you have the blow off top, to see the stock extend higher after hours, but then gap down the next day, that's the crack in momentum. That's the sign. Now it's time for me to get short. So coming into the day, I have this short bias on TLRY. I told everybody in chat, guys, this is very similar to the TLRY short. I'm going to get short RIOT. I'm bearish on RIOT. I think we're going to have a major pullback back down towards the low 60s. That was what I said verbatim today in the morning. Now that I have the sentiment, I've got the trade idea to get short. Now we have to talk about actually entering the trade. And for that, we're going to go to the intraday chart, and we're going to talk about our technical analysis on the intraday chart so that we can focus on the entry. Okay, focus on the entry. And the entry for me is going to be a lesson for you guys on volume analysis. Volume analysis, one of the most important aspects when it comes to being an active trader. What I want you guys to see here is the initial low of the day. There's your initial low of the day. We gapped down. We tried to go green. We got denied. We rolled over, and we broke the low of the day. This is where the lesson begins. Okay. So right here, you can see we broke the low of the day. There's the low of the day gets broken. What I want you to focus on is that. You see that increase in volume when the stock broke the low of the day? You've heard me say many times in the past, the heavier the volume when a stock breaks the high of the day, the greater the chance that previous high becomes support. The same applies to the downside. The heavier the volume on a break through the low of the day, the greater the chance that previous low becomes resistance. Once I saw that heavy volume, that increase in volume on the break through the low of the day, I told everybody in chat, my TTG fam, you guys can all confirm and verify everything that I'm saying to you, because you guys were there in real time watching us surgically destroy this RIOT trade. I told everybody, guys, look for a low volume bounce back to test that previous low for me to look to get short. Low volume bounce back. There it is. There's your low volume bounce back, your low volume consolidation. And I came in, I stepped in right there, right in front of that previous low of the day, right in front of, okay, what was support, which is your previous low. Now look for it to become resistance. And I got short right there on RIOT. Guys, I'll give you the exact timestamp on the trade. Give me a second. Where are we at? At 10:17 a.m., I got short RIOT at $70.70. $70.70 is my entry right there on RIOT, all because of this volume analysis on the break through the low. And then you will notice, obviously, after that, just a complete sell-off, an absolute monster sell-off in RIOT. And I just start taking profits off the table, guys, as we start to drop. As this thing just starts to crater, I just start literally just throwing shares out there, and I just start taking profits, okay, as we just continue our drop. And I'll give you my take profits, guys. We're 66.80, 66.28, 63.80, and my final take profit, 59.54. 59.54, and the low of the day was 58.77 on that drop. RIOT now trading lower in the after hour session, all the way down to 58.65. I'm no longer short RIOT. I'm out of this position, but there's the trade. There's the entry. Take profit all the way down. And this was an absolute home run trade on this RIOT short. Does anybody have any questions? Does anyone have any questions about this RIOT trade before I move on? Anybody have any questions about the volume analysis? Anybody have any question? Okay. Yes, you could buy puts. You guys can buy puts if you can't short. If you guys could not get a borrow, if you could not short the stock, okay? If you guys could not short the stock, you guys could have bought put options on it, yes. Will it go lower tomorrow? J-Rock, I think that's going to be determined on what Bitcoin does overnight. If Bitcoin, I'll tell you guys this now, if Bitcoin goes down in the overnight session, I think Riot can be at $50 tomorrow, okay? Like if Bitcoin goes below 50,000, I think Riot's at $50 tomorrow. All right. Yes, I use limit orders when I was taking profits. Yes. So as I'm taking profit, I'm just literally putting limit orders out on the bid. Limit order bid to buy, limit order bid to buy, just as the stock continued to drop. All right. So that's that. All right, guys. The stop loss would have been back above that initial morning low. Okay, so let me go back. Someone said will be the stop loss. Okay, so here's your initial morning low, right? So there's the high volume break through that initial morning low. Then you have the real low volume on this little consolidation. There's the entry on the short. Okay, there's the entry. And my stop loss would have been just above that prior level, just above this previous low. So if Riot did this instead, if Riot did that, I would have stopped out and exited my position right there and taken a loss. Okay. Okay, guys, there it is. Okay, so that's the Riot trade. Okay, so like I said, I told you guys that the Riot trade, my main lesson for you guys was going to be volume analysis. Now you guys understand why. Okay, these are lessons you can implement in your trading as early as tomorrow to help you guys be more consistently profitable. Now I'm going to move on to which was, I thought Riot was a home run. Guys, hold on one second. Guys, for anyone that's new, I really want to know, before I move on to my next lesson, anyone that's new, are you benefiting from this? If you guys are brand new, like let's say this is your first time on the live stream, or maybe you're a new trader, are you benefiting from me doing this and going over these lessons with you? Even if you're not new, sound off in chat right now, guys. Let me know if you're benefiting from this. Let me know if this information is helpful. Let me know if I'm explaining it in a way that is easy for you guys to understand. Now, some of this stuff if you're brand new, you've never traded before, some of this stuff might be going over your head. It might sound foreign to you. Do not worry. Okay, we have an entire detailed curriculum that walks you through step by step. Hold your hand. You will learn this stuff like the back of your hand and be able to talk about it amongst the most experienced traders that are out there once you guys go through the courses. We've separated our courses into beginner and foundation courses that are for those people that are brand new at this. And then I also have advanced courses for maybe those of you that are more seasoned traders. You guys can obviously skip the beginner stuff and go right to the advanced stuff. All right, but it's important. I want to know if you guys are able to benefit from the information that I'm going over with you guys. Okay, that's my goal. My goal with all of these live streams is for you to be a better trader when we're done than you were before we started. And I want to make sure that I'm achieving that goal. If you guys are benefiting from this information, you like the lesson so far, make sure you smash that like button. I want to see at least 500 likes on this video, guys. So go right ahead and smash that like button. Show me how much you guys appreciate the time, energy, and effort that I put in to do all of these live streams, to teach you guys this education, to help you become consistently profitable traders. It is my absolute pleasure. All right. My absolute pleasure. Go ahead, guys. Smash that like button. I want 500 likes before I move on to my next lesson. All right, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Beautiful. I love it. I'm just reading some of your guys' comments. Thank you, guys. Nice. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Like I said, go ahead, guys. Smash that like button. Beautiful. All right, we're well over 500. All right, cool. So let's move on. All right, guys, thank you for smashing that like button. I really appreciate it. I love all of you. Seriously. Subscribe. Turn on those notifications. Don't make me say it again. All right, guys, let's move on to my next trade. We're going to move on now. IMNM. I thought that RIOT was a big short. My goodness. I actually made double the amount on IMNM than I did on RIOT. And RIOT, I thought RIOT was a home run trade. I shorted IMNM right there and caught this entire sell-off in the afternoon. The lesson I'm going to cover with you guys on this IMNM trade is what I call a failed lunchtime breakout. Let me give you some context. I do not trust lunchtime breakouts. Okay, I do not trust lunchtime breakouts. Okay, the reason for that is because lunchtime breakouts will tend to fail more often than they will give you follow through. When is lunchtime? Lunchtime is typically from 12 to 2 p.m. Okay, lunchtime is typically from 12 to 2 p.m. This is typically your lunchtime session, Eastern time. Okay, so when I say I don't trust lunchtime breakouts, be very mindful and wary of stocks that break the high of the day during this time frame. Okay, so here's your high of the day. Be very wary of stocks that break the high of the day during lunchtime. Okay, be mindful of this. Be wary of this. Why? Lunchtime, typically, volume is lighter. So the reason why stocks will fail more often than give you follow through, and when I say follow through, I mean the stock broke through the high of the day, okay, and continues higher, right? That would be follow through. Okay. So the reason why a lot of stocks will fail during lunchtime is because volume is typically lighter during lunchtime. And if volume is lighter, then that means the stock is going to have a very difficult time actually having follow through. It's very difficult to have follow through without volume. Okay. So not to say that a stock can't go higher during lunchtime, right? Of course, nothing works 100% of the time, just like nothing doesn't work 100% of the time. There will be plenty of times where stocks will break the high of the day during lunch and they'll just absolutely rip people's faces off and explode higher. There will be many times that happens, but the difference will be you will have strong volume when that takes place. So the only time that I will consider a lunchtime breakout is if it's accompanied by heavy volume. Preferably the heaviest volume of the entire day would be ideal. Okay, because the whole reason why lunchtime breakouts fail a lot is lack of volume. So if you remove that concern by having the heaviest volume of the whole day, then that means that it's a trade that you can go after and you have a good chance of getting follow through and momentum on that trade. Okay, so when I take you guys over to IMNM and we look at this move that the stock made today, after 12 o'clock, right at 12:18 p.m., IMNM breaks the high of the day and gets rejected heavily. Okay, gets rejected heavily. I read that rejection as what? A failed lunchtime breakout. Okay, I'm like, oh, there it is. There's my failed lunchtime breakout. Now, the lesson that is about to follow can benefit both long traders and short traders. So whether you are a short seller or you like to go long stocks, this lesson will help you. So pay attention. Take notes. Okay, remove all your distractions. This is stuff that can make you a lot of money or save you from losing a lot of money. Now that you know to be mindful of these lunchtime breakouts, okay, when something like this happens to you, let's say you get long IMNM somewhere in here, right? Let's say you're long somewhere in here and the stock goes and makes a new high of the day and you're all excited. You're like, oh my God, the stock made a new high. That's got to be bullish, right? That's a new high of the day. It's got to be bullish. It's not going to get stock's going to continue. You get all excited. Then all of a sudden the stock does this. That's a failed new high. It made a new high, failed, and dropped right back down. Now that you know you can't trust lunchtime breakouts, now you might say to yourself, for example, let's say you got long the stock right there. Let's say you got long right there. Then you get this failed breakout, and you might say, ooh, you know what? I remember Mike talking to me about this. I remember him talking about that being a failed breakout. That's a bad sign. Let me get out now. Let me get out now. Let me get out of this trade now. Let me take a real small profit. Let me break even on the trade. No sense in you waiting to get stopped out. Don't wait to get stopped out. You just saw that signal. This is a signal. This is a very bearish signal for a stock. So if you're a long trader, you can exit the trade if you're long at this time before the stock rolls over like it did this afternoon. And you can avoid coming on my live stream at 6:30 p.m. the night of and say, Mike, I'm stuck holding the bag on IMNM. What do I do? You think it's got a chance to bounce back to 60 tomorrow? Because I guarantee you there's people that are on this live stream that have maybe asked me that question already that are probably going to ask me that question at some point if they haven't yet. Because I guarantee you there's people that are bag holding IMNM because you don't recognize that bearish signal. That is a bearish signal. Now that you long traders understand how to recognize that signal, it can get you out of these trades sooner. It can save you a ton of money if we get you out of those trades early. Okay? So that's how you can benefit if you're a long trader. Now, if you're a short seller, that's your entry. If you're a short seller, that is your entry. Okay? That is your entry, guys. If you are a short seller. All right? That is your entry. So what I did was once I recognized the failed breakout, the failed lunchtime breakout, I came in and I got short IMNM. I still have a hard time saying that ticker symbol. At 12:19 p.m. at $55.40. $55.40. Right there is my entry on this thing short. And this thing got absolutely decimated. Guys, from short at 55.40, I took some profit off at 46.90. I took more profit off at 47.20. I took more profits off at 45.01. Took more profits off at 41.65. This trade was insane. Took more profits off at 39.66. And my final take profit was 39.01 right before the closing bell. Short from 55, final take profit at 39. And I don't usually take this many profits, but this stock just had no bounce in it. I just knew, I just felt, I didn't know for sure, but I was pretty confident the stock was going to just fade all afternoon. And every time the stock would drop like $2, I was just throwing a couple hundred shares out there. At one point, I'm just sitting there saying, okay, here's a couple hundred shares, cover another drop. Here's a couple hundred, cover another drop. Here's a couple hundred, cover another drop, and just rode this thing all the way down, to that 39.01 final take profit. And this was an absolute monster. Absolute monster. So for those of you that are short sellers, okay, I think I paid like 22 cents or 28 cents a share for the borrow with Lightspeed, which is actually expensive. That's a little expensive. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I got a borrow on a couple thousand shares and just rode this thing down from 55 all the way to 39. It was just a monster trade. Okay. So congratulations to my TGD fam that caught the RIOT short. Congratulations to my TGD fam that caught the IMNM short. Today was a big P&L day thanks to these two home runs on the short side. Tremendous follow through on both. And this is what I mean by being able to trade the volatility. Okay. This is what I mean by being able to trade the volatility, because being a diversified trader, you guys, for those of you that have been on several of my live streams, you see me do it all, right? You see me, I'll trade the small cap that's halting a bunch of times, looking for that short squeeze. I'll trade SPY options. I'll short TLRY, RIOT, IMNM. You'll see I go about and I trade a lot of different things. I trade a lot of different things. And, a professional education will allow you to implement that education and that knowledge in various trading styles. Okay. I don't like when you guys join True Trading Group, I don't ever tell members you have to trade exactly like me or get the hell out. Absolutely not. There are so many different trading styles. You do not have to trade like me. You do not have to trade like the other moderators. You find, and I will help you find a trading style that works for you, that fits your personality. Some people like volatility. Some people don't. Some people like small caps. Some people like large caps. Some people like options. Some people like to day trade. Some people like to swing trade. Some people like trend continuation trading. Some people like trend reversal trading. Okay. All of these different things are different styles and strategies that you can implement. But the common denominator is the professional education will enable you to identify these type of setups and these type of scenarios, will enable you the ability to say to yourself, this is an A+ setup. This is like a C setup. Let me stay away from this because this is a 50-50 coin flip. If I want a 50-50 coin flip, I'll just go to Vegas and I'll put my money on red or black. And even that's not 50-50 because you have 00 and 0 for green. Okay. So even that's not 50-50. So I hope you guys learned something from these lessons. This was two really big trades for me. And I think this is important for you guys to go over. Rewatch this video. Like rewatch these lessons because, guys, these are lessons that you can literally implement in your trading as early as tomorrow. That risk management lesson, the volume analysis lesson from RIOT, and then the lunchtime breakout trade on IMNM, you can implement these lessons as early as tomorrow. Seriously, go back, rewatch the video, and make sure that you guys are comfortable with everything that we did here. Does anybody have any last minute questions? Anybody have any last minute questions? Before I move on. Mike, is it a good dip buy for long term? The company has good news after all. I don't think so. I think COVID news is played out. I think COVID news is you're at the back end of your COVID news. You're at the back end of your COVID news. It's not that exciting anymore when you have positive vaccine news. When their news was that their antibodies were proven to be resilient against different variants of the COVID-19 virus, which is great news. And that's what caused the gap up. But I just think that the COVID news, I mean, listen, guys, the stock is still up 67% from yesterday. So it's still up huge, but it fell, 50% from the high of the day. So, just give an idea of the type of volatility. I mean, that's a wild candle. So, I don't know what the future holds for this company and their technology. I just feel that as a trader, when I see these huge moves based on COVID news, I think they're fadeable. It's like back when the like Moderna and Pfizer and, you know, when all those, when they were like the first ones coming out with the vaccine, those stocks went crazy. Now it's like, oh, you have COVID vaccine news? Cool. But you're like, you know, company number, you know, how many companies have we already had that have come out with that COVID news that has seen the stock that have seen things move higher? And the reality of it is that we are closer to the end of COVID than we are the beginning. And, you know, investors definitely see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I don't think you're going to get blind buying into these names off of COVID news anymore. I don't. COVID is not as much of a concern as it was several months ago. And that's just the reality of what I'm seeing in the markets. And as a trader, that's my thought process. And I think the price action of IMNM, you know, today proves that. Do you always sell all stocks and stay in cash by the end of the day? No, I also do swing trade. Satsai said, do I always sell out before the end of the day? No, I sometimes, I also do swing trade. We swing trade every day in TTG. You guys have to understand, it's not just me in chat. We have a lot of other moderators. It's me, Jason Spadafora, Jay Downing. We have Molman, Chris Toner, Jason Simmons, Glenny. All of us have different trading styles. Some of which are specifically swing traders. Every day in chat, there's day trade alerts and there are swing trade alerts every single day in chat. How would you execute a put play? You just buy a put option just like you would buy a stock. You buy a put option. Michael, at what point do you know it's a signal to get out versus just a pullback about to go higher? Scott Bedeen, I'll look at volume a lot on the pullback. Okay. When I see real low volume pullbacks, I will tend to recognize that as passive selling rather than aggressive selling. And if I'm going to buy a pullback, I want to buy the pullback. I want to buy the pullback into passive selling. You don't want to buy a pullback into aggressive selling. Okay. You don't want to buy the pullback into aggressive selling because that's going to have a tendency to go a little bit lower and it could potentially stop you out before the stock moves back higher. So I'll look at volume and look for decreasing volume on pullbacks compared to increasing volume on the surge higher. What percentage is considered expensive short fees? You know, that's relative. That question's relative to the volatility of the stock. You know, if I'm going to catch $15 to the downside, I don't give a damn what they're charging me for the borrow because it'll be worth it. You know, it'll be worth it if the stock's going to make that big of a move. So I think it's all relative to the volatility of the stock and the expected move that you think the stock is going to make. But I think once you start to get over, like, you know, once you get into the 20s, like 20 cents a share, 30 cents a share, that's expensive. You know, that's expensive. I trade on light speed, guys. I trade on light speed. I trade on light speed. My biggest loss was $92,000. Alex was asking, what is my biggest loss? It was $92,000, Alex. Where do I find your classes? This is above my head. Need a good basic education and don't know where to look. Wasted money on a couple scams already. Ken Myers, I feel your pain, my man. Ken Meyer says, where do I find your classes? This is above my head. I need a good basic education and don't know where to look. Wasted money on a lot of other scams. Unfortunately, there are a lot of scams out there. That's why I do this a lot on my YouTube channel, guys, for you. I want to share with you like some of these free lessons so you guys have an idea of the quality of the education that you're going to get as a member of True Trading Group, because I know it's difficult out there. There's so many scammers. There's so many, bullshit artists out there. There's so many furus that don't know their ass from their elbow, that are trying to sell you and convince you on some kind of, pay thousands of dollars for their course when, they couldn't teach this to their I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but you get my point. Ken Myers, you can find all of our education right on our website, brother. As a full-time member, you guys get access to everything. You get access to all of our courses. There's no like different levels of level memberships where you get access to different courses. You pay, it's one membership. You get access to literally every single thing that we have. Listen, guys, True Trading Group, it's not cheap. It's not cheap, but we're also far cheaper than some other services that are out there, and you get what you pay for. Just look at what this guy just said. He's been scammed by a lot of other places before. Here's something that I can actually do that can maybe help some of you that are asking. Guys, do me a favor. My TTG members, if you are a TTG member and before you joined TTG, you were a member of another service, sound off in chat right now if you guys think that True Trading Group is the best service that you guys have ever been a part of. I want you guys to sound off. Do not mention other service names. I'm not here to bash other services. Okay. So please try to refrain from like bashing other groups. You'll never hear me talk bad about anybody. But I just think that maybe if my teaching members comment in chat real quick for some people that are viewing this, that have maybe been part of that have been scammed by other groups or have lost money buying some other course and they didn't learn anything. I think it's important to see TTG members, who are your peers. These are your peers. These are people that have been in your exact same shoes. Like Ken, you're like, I've signed up to other programs. I got scammed. A lot of my TTG members have been a part of other programs and got scammed. So they're in the exact same shoes that you're in right now, and they made the decision to join the team. So that's why I want them to comment in chat real quick, just for some of you that are maybe wondering or maybe have those similar concerns. Listen to what the members are saying. They will be the best indication for you on if a product or service, with anything, with any, the best referral is from a friend or family, or from a peer, or the best testimonial is going to be from a peer. So it's better you hear it from them instead of hearing it from me. So my teaching members, you guys are, sound off in chat just to help some of the people that are viewing this. And guys, if you're a viewer and you're not a member and you have a question about a membership, ask it in the chat. My TTG members are super helpful. Okay. If you ask a question about a membership or about our service, I guarantee you multiple TTG members will respond to you in chat. All right. So speaking of not being a member of True Trading Group, I actually want to know right now who here is on the live that is not a TTG member. Type the letters TTG in chat right now if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Type the letters TTG in chat right now. All right, because I want to know three things to better understand you. Okay, I want to know three things to better understand you. So first, if you're not a member, type TTG. We got JD, Kelly, Michael Meador, Bugsy, Ray, Pradeep, Olive, Dennis Nealon, Doug Livings, Sam X50, Alan Wu, Jalal B, Nana Kwame, Sky Junkie, Junior Polino, Charlie Gutierrez, Thomas Brown. I know I missed a ton when I was Deister, Fred, Mitch, Terry, Adina, Kofi, Speaking of Kofi, do you guys watch The Honor? Great show. I recommend it. Robert, John DeGreggs, Neil, Jay Nguyen, Ronald Toth, Justin Thomas. Good, guys. You have a lot of new members, a lot of non-members, I should say. Lorna, America Copeland. Good. Beautiful. A lot of non-THD members. Okay. Listen, before we get to the number two thing, there's three things that I want to know right now about you guys to better understand you. So before I get into number two, I want to share a cool statistic with you. Earlier, I asked all non-TTG members, what is the average dollar amount that you enter a trade with? And out of approximately 110 responses, the cumulative average that you said was $1,530. Now, for everyone that just responded with TTG, I want you to tell me what makes you enter, or like, why would you invest or trade with $1,530? What would make you spend that money? Sound off in chat right now. What would make you put that much money into a trade? I want you guys to sound off in chat right now. Is it a friend's recommendation? Is it a stock tip you got from a coworker? Is it something you read on Reddit? Is it something you read on Twitter? Did you see someone talk about it on CNBC? What would make you take that $1,500 and put it into a stock? What is it? Okay. A stock tip. Zach Morris, so Twitter, Reddit. So there you go. Money that I just have to lose. Due diligence. A pure penny gamble. All of the above. The juice has to be worth the squeeze. Is that the answer? Hype of the stock, FOMO, momentum, right. ROI, money in versus money out. All right. So good. Now for my final question. I want to know what your overall goals are as traders. Why are you interested in learning this? And what do you hope to achieve? I want you guys to sound off in chat right now. What are your goals with trying to learn how to be a consistently profitable trader? Type it right now in chat. Quit the stupid 9 to 5. I want to be financially free, financial independence. I want to retire my wife, build wealth, financial freedom, growth, make money for med school, make a living out of it, consistently profitable. I want to do it full time, make money so that I don't need money, financial freedom, make a living. Residual income, income from my retirement. It's my passion. Make enough to retire. I want to learn how to fish, pay down my mortgage, work from anywhere in the world, flex on my homies, financial freedom, teach my kids. Beautiful. Generate income for the rest of my life. Need another income due to COVID. I love this. Kelly, we actually have a massage therapist who joined True Trading Group who has actually been kicking ass. Massage therapist, and I believe skincare professional as well. Started with $675 and is now up to over $30,000. She goes by the name of Judy. Judy, I don't know if you're still here. I don't know if you're on the live stream or not. I hate to blow your spot up. I love you. All right, guys. Beautiful. These are all excellent goals. Okay. These are excellent goals. Now, I asked you guys all those questions, right? I asked you all those questions because when you put up money, you need to know the juice is worth the squeeze. You need the best chance to not only make that money back, but make more, obviously, right? The juice has to be worth the squeeze. The risk has to be worth the reward. The ROI has to be there. Otherwise, you're not going to put that money into the markets. You investing in a stock or a trade for an average of $1,530, which is the cumulative average out of about 110 responses that Adam, who is the man behind the curtain, actually had commented. He's my partner and co-founder of True Trading Group. He tallied up when all of you were answering before. When I asked you what your hours position size, you were all commenting. The average answer was $1,530. So you investing in a stock or putting 1530 into a trade can yield you what? 20%, 50%, 100%, 200%? Maybe, but you could lose. You could lose that money. And even if you won, you'd be selling yourself short. And here's why. The best investment that you guys can possibly ever make is in yourself. Okay? No one, not me, not anyone, is going to do the work needed to get you to your goals. You have to do it. You have to do it. You're the ultimate entrepreneur when you guys start to become a trader. It starts with the right education, tools, community, help, mentorship, guidance, so that you can learn to trade and profit. And that is what TTG is all about. It's all about helping you guys learn this skill. I don't want you just to blindly follow everything it is that I do. I want you to understand why I'm doing what I do. I want you to still be able to make money in the markets for you and your family. Even if, God forbid, something was to happen to me 6 months from now, you're just going to stop making money in the markets. Your passive income, your retirement income, your supplemental revenue stream, your new career is going to disappear if something happens to me. I want you to be able to take this skill with you for the rest of your life. That is what TTG is all about. And that is what you get when you guys join True Trading Group. Okay? It's like, you guys can't expect to make money in the markets without getting an education. Like, so many people think that trading is a get rich quick scheme, and it's foolish. It's so foolish because this is my profession. This is my domain, right? When you become a trader and you put money into a trading account and you place a trade, guess what, folks? There's somebody else on the other side of that trade. You're not just buying stock off the wall. Okay. There's somebody else on the other side of that trade when you press that key. Now, the question is, who's right? The person selling the stock or the person buying it? Do you think that you have enough of an education or enough of an advantage to be on the opposite side of my trade? If I'm selling shares, are you comfortable buying my shares? Are you comfortable enough to say that I'm wrong and you're right? Are you comfortable selling shares to the trader that's working at the trade desk at Goldman Sachs? Because when you place a trade, if you lose money, that means someone else made it. Somebody else took your money and they put it in their pocket. Okay? Somebody else took that money and they put it in your pocket. I would never in a million years step into the UFC, an octagon, and fight a UFC fighter. I would never do that because the chances of me winning that battle is less than 1% because I'm not a UFC fighter. I've never trained in MMA. I don't know jiu-jitsu. So to think I'm going to get into that ring and say, I'm a tough guy. I can hold my own, and think that I'm going to win that fight would be foolish of me. For you to think you're going to take $2,000, put it into a Robinhood account, and you're going to go and you're going to start buying options and stocks to think you're going to actually make money is foolish. It's foolish. That's why so many traders fail, because they think it's a get rich quick scheme. They think they're just going to buy a stock that they read about on social media and they're just going to become millionaires. It's not the way that it works. It's not the way it works. You guys have to be willing to put in some time, energy, and effort in order to build this skill. It's just like acquiring and learning any other skill. Okay. As a member of True Trading Group, guys, a 1-year membership would normally cost you $2,212 for the year. But tonight on this live stream, you can get a 38% discount that brings the cost of our membership all the way down to just $1,355 for the entire year. There are no upsells. There are no add-ons. Everything we have and everything we ever will have, and we have a lot, is included with your membership. You don't sign up, then all of a sudden there's these special features that cost more money, or there's these VIP courses that cost more money. None of that. When you sign up to join the THD family, you get access to every single thing that we have, including all future courses and future tools and resources that we come out with. You will always have access to that stuff. When you guys become a full-time trader, you are the ultimate entrepreneur. So I want you guys to really take advantage of this coupon code because the price is going to be going up at midnight. Now, I don't know many other places where you can take $1,355, invest it in yourself, and then start making money right away with $500. You're essentially starting your own business as a trader for less than $2,000. Now, the majority of you said, on average, you put $1,530 into a trade, but you don't have an education. So why are you willing to risk $1,530 in a trade, but you're not willing to invest $1,355 into yourself to actually get an education? I would rather have a real professional education with a $500 account than no education and a $500,000 account. Because regardless of the amount of money in your account, without an education, you're going to lose it all just the same. You'll lose it all just the same. Okay, guys, I mentioned to you earlier that TTG is a lot more than just a chat room and a trade alert service. You're not paying $1,355 for just to get my trade alerts. Okay, we are an entire platform. Okay, we take the top premium trading tools and products, and we bundle them all together as part of your TG membership. So with your membership comes included Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed directly inside of our chat room. This gives you access to breaking live up to the second news alerts directly in our chat. It also comes with a Squawk Box feature that lets you turn on your speakers and listen to someone read the news headlines out loud to you instead of you having to read them yourself. You also get Quote Streams real-time level 1, full book level 2, and real-time options data included in your membership with a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money so you can implement what you learn in the courses, implement it on the simulator, prove to yourself that you can consistently make money on the sim before you start putting your hard-earned money on the line. You also get access to a Trade Ideas preset scanner that streams to our members live every day that shows you stocks that are breaking the high of the day, stocks that have an unusual volume surge, your top gainers on the day, and so much more. That's going to be on the Trade Ideas scanner. Guys, everything I'm saying to you right now is all included with your membership. There's no additional fee or charge, upsell, none of that for any of this stuff. It's all included. You're also getting access to TradingViews Pro charting software when you become a member of True Trading Group. Okay, that's that software. You guys can, these products are some of the top services and products that are used by some of the best traders out there. These are some of the best services and tools on the market. They're all included with your membership. You're getting at least a minimum 10 easy to follow, actionable, real-time trade alerts from a community of traders that is currently sporting over an 82% win rate, which means over 82% of the time that a moderator calls out a trade in chat, it is a profitable one. We are fully transparent in TTG. We keep a record of all of our trades. There's a trading journal on our website. It shows you every single buy that the moderators have made, every sell that the moderators have made. So you can track all of our performance and see how much you could have made if you guys have been following all of our trades. All of it is right there for you on the website. All the winners, all the losers, all the break evens. We are a full, transparent, open book for you guys right there available on the website. You're also going to get included with your membership one small private study group with any TTG moderator. Okay, this is a small private setting, max up to like 50 people, where you guys can go over with a TTG moderator and cover specific lessons, questions, topics that you guys want to discuss. You're also going to get the entire TTG curriculum. This is a 15-course curriculum. It is a simplified version of the education that I received working at a fund in New York City. I have simplified it. I've created these courses for our members. This is broken up into beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, swing trading courses, trader psychology courses, you name it, we've got it. There's courses on how to trade during a market crash. There's even a course on how to do your taxes. You get access to all of these courses as a member of True Trading Group. The courses are in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. And then on top of the courses, you get access to a video library that contains over 100 hours of additional educational video content that myself and the other moderators have conducted over the last several months, years, covering different trading topics about day trading, swing trading, stocks, options, you name it, we cover it. Some examples, we've got, how to turn a $500 account into $25,000. We've done how to trade while working a full-time job. We've done, how to resist FOMO and have confidence pulling the trigger. We have a red to green workshop, which is something we do every couple of weeks for any TG members that are still struggling. You see on the live stream, you see a bunch of my members commenting about how much money they're making, how well they're doing, and it's important for me to note, to just kind of say to you guys that, yes, the overwhelming majority of my members are having a lot of success, but there also are some members that are still struggling. Not everybody's killing it. There are some members that are still struggling, but at TTG, we leave no trader behind. And that's why we do these red to green workshops where moderators can go over and we can discuss and answer questions and topics and cover different lessons that struggling members are still having problems with, to help them turn things around, right the ship, and get them onto the road to profitability. Okay, you guys have access to TTG in general. Okay, access is what you're getting. Access to the moderators. You have the ability to send us private messages and chat during the day to ask us questions, pick our brain about what we think about a particular trade idea or particular stock on the day. Okay, so for those of you that are maybe thinking that over 80% is actually, I'd say over 80% of the TTG members are having a lot of success. And I'd say maybe 20% of them are still struggling. Okay. And no, guys, we do not have a monthly membership. We do not have a monthly membership. Okay. We do not have a monthly membership. All right. It is yearly only. Okay. We have a yearly option, and then we have a lifetime membership, but that is for current members only. Okay, that's for current members only. Listen, guys, we give 100% to all of our members. We give 100% to all of our members. We are always like, your subscription does not end with, okay, the chat room's open, the chat room's closed. The market's open, the market's closed. All of my TTG members, okay, all of my TTG members can verify that the amount of energy and effort that myself and the moderators put into educating and supporting and mentoring our TTG family. I do not want 10,000 members in a chat room on a monthly subscription. Okay. I want members that are willing to put in the work to learn this skill and to become part of the TTG family. I don't want a bunch of traders that are just going to be there to stroke, my ego as a trader. All right. I want members that are going to develop this skill so they can make me a better trader. I only have 2 eyeballs. I want traders that are able to identify grade A setups so they can bring setups to my attention that I otherwise would have missed, because I can't look at 1,000 different stocks during the day. But as a group, we can. And that's the goal. And that's the goal. And that's what I want. Okay, we do not have monthly memberships, only 1 year. Like I said, we have lifetime. Some of you might be saying, oh, $13.55, that sounds like a lot of money. It's not. I really want you guys to think again, because the value that you're getting, that Benzinga news service, Benzinga charges $1,188 a year for that service. It's included free with your membership. Real-time level 1 and level 2 is $990 a year. That's included with your membership. A trade simulator is $750. That's included. And TradingView's Pro charting software is $720 a year. That's included. That's $3,648 in products, services, tools, and resources that are included with your membership. When you use coupon code TTG121 before midnight tonight, get a 38% discount and bring the cost of your membership from $2,212 all the way down to just $1,355. And anyone that signs up tonight, I'm going to, guys, do you one even better. Anyone that signs up tonight, speaking of value, I'm going to throw in a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet Totally free. My gift to you. I'm even going to cover the shipping. This is the perfect tool for you to stay connected on the go and also use our mobile app. Okay. All of our members have access to a mobile app, downloadable on iPhone, Android, put it on your tablet, where you can stay connected to our chat room, even though you are not in front of your computer. Okay. Even though you're not in front of your computer. In chat, we share our screen with you during the day, all the moderators, so you see what we see. We're live on the microphone calling out where we see opportunity. I tell you guys I'm about to buy a stock before I actually buy it. I tell you I'm about to sell it before I actually sell it. You know exactly where my buys are. You know exactly where my sells are. I do that on a daily basis every day in chat. You'll be able to hear that on the mobile app, and you'll also get real-time push notifications whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. Okay? My TTG members, do you think a membership is worth $1,355? Comment in chat. Sound off in chat. Do you think it's worth $1,355? And have you made your money back already? Have you made your membership back? My TTG members, sound off in chat if you think the membership is worth $1,355. Do you think that our viewers on this live are getting a bargain by joining our fam for $1,355? Sound off in chat if you are not a member. Listen to your peers. Pay attention to the comments that are coming through right now on chat. These people are no different from you. These people found True Trading Group on a live stream just like you. These people joined the family, went through the courses, used the resources, got the education, and are now making money. There's no reason why you can't be a part of that. There's no difference between you and them. Okay? There's no difference between you and them. Okay? Also, guys, we give back to all of our members. Every time we get 300 new members, we raffle off and give away a brand new Tesla Model 3 or $30,000 cash. We just did this on Sunday. On Sunday, we gave away actually $80,000 in cash to 2 of our lucky TTG members. Every time we get 300 new members, we raffle off $30,000 cash or a brand new Tesla Model 3. And we are going to be doing that this coming Sunday, the 21st. Okay? This coming Sunday, we're going to be doing that again. This could be you. All you need to do is be a member, a full-time member of True Trading Group, to have your chance of being included in that raffle so that you have a chance of winning a Tesla Model 3 or $30,000 cash. All you got to do is be a full-time member, okay, by Saturday, February 20th. You have to be a member by Saturday, February 20th to be included in the raffle. Anyone that signs up after that will have to wait until the next giveaway until we get another 300 new members. You guys saw us just do this last Sunday. Okay? Whatever you guys pay today is what you pay next year. This is also important for me to know. If you guys lock in the $1,355 price point today with coupon code TGG121, you're locking that price in for life, because we're going to keep raising our price every 24-hour period while we work our way up to $2,000. Okay? So next year, when it comes time for your membership to renew, our membership will be $2,000. But if you pay $1,355 today, you will only pay $1,355 when it comes time for your membership to renew. So you might be saving yourself 38% today, but by next year, you could be saving yourself a hell of a lot more. Okay, so lock in that price now before the price goes up again. At midnight, the price is going up by a couple bucks and will continue to go up every day as we work our way back up to that $2,000 price point. So lock in the $1,355 price now. Use coupon code TGD121 by midnight tonight. Get that free Amazon Kindle. Give yourself a chance to win a Tesla Model 3 or $30,000 cash this Sunday. And I'm willing to do one more thing for you. Oh, and you're getting a free Amazon Kindle Fire HE tablet. I've got one more thing I'm willing to do for you. And if this is not enough to have you pull the trigger to join the TG family, I don't think anything's ever going to be enough for you to actually take the right steps to get an education, invest in yourself, and become a trader. Anyone that signs up with coupon code THD121 before midnight tonight, pay very close attention if you're not a member, because I'm speaking directly to you. I'm going to show you how much I believe in the TG program and that I think this can and will work for you. If you use coupon code TTG121 before midnight tonight, then if you go through all of our courses, pass all of the exams at the end of the courses, and attend a private study group session, if you do those three things and still do not make back the $1,355 at least one time throughout the course of your membership, I'll give you all of your money back. I'll give you a full refund if you don't make the $1,355 back one time throughout your membership. That is how confident I am this can and will work for you. I'm a man of my word. I stand behind what I say. I put my money where my mouth is. I would not be able to offer you this money back guarantee so confidently if my members were not having success. If my members were not having success, I would not be able to offer you this money back guarantee. I'd be an idiot to do that. This education is what has made me the trader that I am today. If you guys were impressed by the lessons that we covered earlier on this live stream, and you're like, holy crap, how does this guy know all this stuff? I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught this, guys. I was taught this at my very first job working at a fund right out of college. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own in my mother's basement. There's no reason why you can't get this education and implement it in your trading, just like so many of my teaching members are doing today, just like you're seeing everyone that's commenting in chat. We are 5-star rated on Trustpilot with almost 900 reviews. Almost 900 reviews, 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Listen to your peers. Okay, guys? Take advantage of that coupon code TTG121 before midnight tonight, before the price goes up. If you're still not ready, we do have that 7-day trial I told you about earlier. It's a one-time payment of $3. That's it. No auto renew, no reoccurring payment, nothing like that. You can upgrade to a full membership during the trial if you'd like, but you're under no obligation to do so. Important to note, if you do join the trial, you're not going to be getting the $13.55 price point because that's only up until midnight tonight. You're not going to get the free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet. You're also not going to be included in the Tesla $30,000 giveaway this Sunday. But if you want to try us out for 7 days, go on the dashboard, be in chat for 3 days, get 3 courses. You guys can go to ttgthree.com for that 7-day trial. See what it's like to be part of the THD family. See if you like it. Otherwise, lock in that discounted price today. Get a free Amazon Kindle Fire. Give yourself a chance to win $30,000 or a Tesla on Sunday, and use coupon code TTG121 before midnight tonight. Thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. I love you all. I hope you guys learned something from these lessons. Go back and rewatch this video. These are great lessons. You can implement them in your trading as early as tomorrow. Great big day today in chat. We're going to look to finish the week off strong tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you all in chat. As I've been telling you for the last couple of weeks, make sure you get your butt in chat. This volatility is insane. Do not let me come back on here tomorrow and tell you the exact same thing. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Remember, coupon code THD121. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications. And, of course, smash that like button. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Later, guys.